Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video I thought it'd be a good idea to go ahead and discuss how you can get better in PvP or how to improve in real-time PvP to get more dubs while you're in that arena. So I hope you enjoy the video today, and if you got something from it, just go ahead and drop a like. It's greatly appreciated, it helps out the channel tremendously, and if you're new to the channel, go ahead and consider subscribing, join the FBG family. I do appreciate each and every one of you that click on my hero content that I provide here on the channel. So thank you guys so much. I do truly appreciate it. Now, before we jump into it, just a few things that I have to preface by stating. First and foremost, the game has not been out that long, right? It's only been out for a little bit, and we are only in Season 2 of PvP. So as we progress in the game, and as people, as the game gets older, people will start to get better, and there'll probably be new tech and new ways to do things. So I will try and update this type of video as we get more into the game, right? And we discover and learn new things. Secondly, I just want to go ahead and state that I am not the best PvP player. I just played a lot of it, and that's what I mainly do here on the channel. I got a lot of PvP matches under my belt, so I thought I can just give you guys some tips and some tricks, maybe some things that you guys were not aware of beforehand, to just help improve your gameplay a little bit. Now, once again, I'm not the best. I have a lot of improvement to do. I get washed all the time, but you know, I grind PvP a lot, and I'm at, I think, Legendary Hero T4 right now, trying to get the #1 spot. So that is that. So if you have more information or you want to provide some additional advice, especially for our beginner players, go ahead in the comments down below. I implore you, especially those players who are really good at PvP, go down in the comments down below and let me know what you guys think or what information you have. Okay, so anyways, how I'm going to go ahead and do this is just give you guys kind of a play-by-play, give you guys my thoughts on how I'm doing things and the type of plays I'm making, and just give you some advice on what you could do switches wise and things of that nature. So first and foremost, I did want to go ahead and state that when it comes to PvP, there are a few things that you have to keep in mind. First and foremost, I said that a lot already. Make sure that you are patient. You have to be patient when you're playing real-time PvP. You don't need to, I know when a lot of players, including myself, when we first started playing the game, it was all about mashing that basic attack button, mashing all of your skills, and just trying to be as aggressive as possible and be up in the opponent's face as much as possible, and just thinking that's how you win the match. When you start, maybe in the lower ranks you can get away with that, but as you start to get into the higher ranks, that is not the case. And if you are not patient, if you're just button mashing, you are going to lose priority and you are going to get absolutely dominated. That's first and foremost. Secondly, that leads into gaining priority. That is super important. When you first start a match and when you're going up against somebody, gaining priority is the #1 thing that you want to do. You want to go ahead and have the opponent use their vanish, their instant vanish, and then you want to try and catch them and then gain that priority and start your combos. If you can do that, there's a really good chance, and if you can do that first, really good chance you're going to win that match and start off really strong at least. And then lastly, what you want to make sure is that you understand the matchups. Understanding the matchups is going to be crucial in higher ranked PvP, because if you don't know the matchups, if you don't understand the characters and their kit, they're going to go ahead and switch on you, and you don't understand why they're switching, and then you're going to get absolutely dominated, because there are certain characters that just match up much better to other ones, counter other characters, and you need to know the kits, you need to know the matchups, or else you're not going to be successful in PvP. So let's go ahead, now that we got that out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look at this match right here. So these are just my recording of matches, ranked PvP matches, and we have this match right here. So I start out with Momo, and oh, you know what, hold on, let me skip this one. This was a bot match. Okay, so this was the very first real PvP match, and as you can see, we're going up against Legendary Hero T4 with 93 wins. So you know, somebody that's obviously played PvP quite a bit. Having 93 wins at this point in time right now in the season is incredible. This guy's playing a lot. And they have Momo, Deku, and Kirishima. So a very strong team here. Now I have Momo, All Might, and Tokiyami. Now What I'm going to go ahead and do here is just kind of go through it, you know, kind of slowly, step by step. So here, I'm just, first and foremost, I'm trying to, oh my gosh, I said first and foremost again. I got to stop saying that so much. I am determining if this is a bot or not. Now, I went ahead and dropped this down. So I went ahead and did my missiles here because what I want them to do is use their instant vanish. If I can get that instant vanish out, then that leads me to be able to then try and gain priority. So that is my first thought, is to try and get them to use their instant vanish. But as you can see, they're dodging right here, which Momo has really good dodges. So didn't have to use his instant vanish. So I know that I did not get the instant vanish, unfortunately. So now this person right here is going for the Momo stab. And when you're going up against a Momo player, it's very difficult to get the priority because Momo's so good at poking. So what I do here is once I throw that, I see that he was going for that stab right there. And so what I wanted to do is just instantly dodge as soon as possible. So that way I don't get hit by that poke, right? So I go ahead and dodge, and then I try and go in for my poke myself to see if I can get the poke in, and he gets the priority. So he got the poke, I instant vanish. So now I'm thinking in my head, I got my instant vanish out. This is not good. I need to make sure that I get him and get his instant vanish out. So that way we're on an even playing field once again. So then here we go. So he got my instant dodge out. So then I go in, very good at dodging right there. So I have not got the instant vanish just yet. Goes back in. I make sure to dodge right there because I don't have my instant vanish anymore. So if I get hit, this man has a full combo going off. So then I go back in. I did get the instant vanish right there, which is fantastic. So I was able to dodge. I was able to poke. And then I got the instant vanish right there. So now I know if I can get him one more time, I'm in a good situation. I can get a combo popping off. So he goes in for the poke again. And he gets, oh no, I had the super armor. Okay, good. So he goes in for the poke, but I have the super armor right there. So I can actually power through that, get my poke in, and then we're solid from here. We're going in for a full-on combo, which is really, really nice. So from here on out, we're just going for the full-on combo, get that going, and now I'm going to back up and drop my turret, dodge again, and now he's able to get his poke in. But luckily, I got my turret down so it can, you know, hopefully interrupt, which it did. And then I can go back in and try and get the full combo going. Now, right there, he did a switch into Deku right there. The reason why he switched into Deku is because he saw that his Momo was about to die. I had my turret out shooting him. Even if he's attacking me, that turret is still going to be hitting. So he wanted to get Momo out of there as soon as possible to preserve her and be able to have her still around. So he switched into Deku instantly, which, you know, that it was a good play, but at the same time, you have a character that's almost dead. But nonetheless, it was still a good switch in my opinion. So it switched into Deku. Now, I have this in mind, has Deku, and Deku is pretty good against Momo if you have a really good Deku player. But luckily, I have my turret out that is still being able to hit him. So now, once again, my main thought is to gain priority, get him the instant vanish, get my priority going, and be able to get him in a full-on combo. So we were able to, I shoot the turret out there, and then he gets out of dodge. Now, the reason why he gets out of dodge is because I have two turrets here. Now, the turrets have a certain amount of range. So, this player, being a more experienced player, understands that, and he leaves. he basically gets out of there because he knows the turret has range to it. So, and what also another thing is that he's getting into range so that way he can use his teleport to be a little bit more unpredictable. Now, right here, he's going to shoot his finger flick to try and get me to use my dodge or to try and flinch me. I understand that, and I try to go in to get him. Now, he went in for his teleport right there, as you can see, but Momo, being able to poke and has very fast basic attacks, was able to interrupt and able to get him right there. So then we were able to go into another full-on combo. Now, that was a big mistake right there. I tried to reset, and when I tried to reset right there, it gave him the opportunity to then, he's mashing the attack button, gave him the opportunity to then mash the attack button and be able to gain his priority back, which was unfortunate. Now, I have my instant vanish, so I do instant vanish, but his basic attacks are very fast. I think they have they're a little bit faster than Momo's. So he was able to catch me in a nice combo, and there's not much I can do at this point because I used my instant vanish already. Momo's done. So that was a big mistake on my part, trying to reset the combo. So then I have All Might here. Now, I went ahead for that skill right there. So the reason why I went for that skill right there is because it has super armor. So no matter what he's doing, you can see that he understands Deku's basic attacks are a lot faster than All Might's. All Might's basic attacks are much different than most characters. So me knowing that as well, I wanted to go for something that would hopefully give me priority back, which is the super armor move, because there's not much that Deku can do while I'm doing that. So I go for the super armor move. We power through all of Deku's basic attacks. It does a little damage, but nothing crazy. I blast through, but because he's mashing the attack button, it doesn't matter too much. He still gets me in a full combo, and is now going and popping off because I don't have my instant vanish back. So now I'm just trying to get out of there for the most part, because there's not much I can do when Deku's up in my face. I can't do anything, and all my skills have been popped. So I'm pretty much stuck outside of my Detroit Smash, which is not that great. But we were able to catch him right there, luckily, because he's just mashing the attack button. He knows there's not much I can do. I was able to dodge out of it, and he dodged there, and then I was able to catch him on the chase, and then able to go right into there, get him there, and then basically he's done because there's not much he can do once I caught him. Now his Momo comes back, and his Momo's on very low health. I know his Momo's on low health, so what I do is I just try and use my skills just to get her out of there, because using my skills, there's not much that she can do to go ahead and counteract that. So I use my skills, I get her out of there. Now we have Kirishima here, and this is his last character, so I know all I need to do is just try and do a little bit of damage, and I feel comfortable with the Tokoyami matchup against Kirishima because my Tokoyami is very seasoned, and so I'm very comfortable with that matchup. So I was just trying to get some damage off on Kirishima. I know I wasn't going to win that matchup, and unfortunately I only got a little bit. Now here is where things get very technical. So what I tried to do right there is, once again, I'm just trying to gain priority so I can get a combo off. So Kirishima's coming in, and I just use my W. I use my W because that skill is very fast, and it catches people off guard a lot, and it has range, but he dodges instantly to get out of the way, which was a very, very nice move. And then he goes into an instant counter, thinking I was going to follow up. So a player that is not that seasoned in PvP would be just mashing the attack button because they see somebody that is so close to them right there. They want to mash the attack button to try and get out of, or try and get their priority, because they feel like that person's going to be mashing the attack button right back, right? But I know Tokoyami very well, and I know his basic attacks are extremely slow, and Kirishima will win that each and every time when it comes to basic attacks. So I whiffed this W, and if I whiff this W, I'm just going to try and instantly dodge to get out of the way, because I know I'm not going to win the basic attack matchup. So I instantly dodge, and he countered. So this gives me a way to now get some distance and get out of there, because he countered. And then I know what he's going to do. Most Kirishima players, after they counter, they go in for one of their attacks to where they, that attack where it lunges towards you with the hyper armor. So I was anticipating that. That's another thing, is that you want to try and anticipate your player's movements or your player's attacks. So I anticipated the lunge that he was going to do. He fortunately went into that attack right there, which was a great move on his part, because there's not anything that you can do to Kirishima when he's doing that. So it just allows him to close the distance. But luckily I did the ball, which protected me, and then I can go right into this attack here, which pulls him in. But unfortunately he was moving, and I was not able to get that attack off to get him. But then he went in for that move right there. I was able to dodge, anticipating that he was going to do something, whether it be, once again, when I'm Tokoyami, if I don't get my skills off and it doesn't hit you, I'm not going to attack because I have slow basic attack, so I'm just going to get out of there, right? I'm going to move and dodge, and luckily I did, and I was able to dodge his skill, which then allows me to get some distance. And then I went for a basic attack, but you can see Kirishima wins that 10 out of 10. He went for a basic attack right away. He got the priority right there. Luckily, I had my instant dodge available, So I got out of there, and then I went straight for another attack because he's still attacking, but he dodged and then went straight into attack. So he's a very skilled player, knowing that I instant vanish. I don't have it anymore. He dodges because he knows I'm going to be attacking right away, and then he goes into a full Kirishima combo, and there's not much I can do right here. And then he ults. Very fantastic play because Kirishima's ult hits like a truck. So now I'm in a very, very tough spot here. I'm in a very, very tough spot. So the first thing I want to do is gain some distance. So I'm going to try and get out of there. And then I seen he used that. He's going to go straight into some basic attack. So I use my quick skill that is able to gain the priority back. I got him. And now I'm able to go into a full combo myself. So I do my typical combo, but he had the instant vanish still. So he uses the instant vanish here. I know he did. He went into a straight counter, and now he's coming in for some attacks. He backs up. He's trying to close the distance. Luckily, I was able to go ahead and pop my skill. He was able to dodge out of it, and then he tried to come back for another attack. So he dodges. He's coming in for another attack. And luckily, my skill is still pulling him in. So he was not able to progress further up to be able to hit me. That was lucky because my skill is pulling him in. And then I was able to go ahead and do my basic attack. And I got the priority right there. So let's go ahead and see that in full time. So right there. And then I'm able to go into a full combo. He uses instant advantage, so there's not much he can do. I know my ult is on the ready. And I whiffed it. I absolutely whiffed it. So when you're playing PvP and you're trying to ult individuals, you want to do it in a situation to where you know it's going to hit, you know it's going to land for most situations. But you have to understand when when characters go into that invincibility phase to where they have the yellow around them and they drop to the ground. You have to understand when that happens. That usually happens after a full combo. It's something that you just have to time and get better with as you play more PvP. It's hard to determine, but here I knew better. I knew it was going to do that, but I thought I might be able to get him, and it was just a big mistake to try and do it right there. So I should have just went with my skill and have been better off, or just dodge back and then try and do a combo again. So anyways, I whiffed that, and now I'm trying to gain some distance again. He goes into a counter. And I anticipated, once again, I anticipated he was going to do that. So I went here to try and catch him. He instantly dodges back like a pro. He instantly dodges back. Once again, he's trying to close the distance. Once again, I do my skill, and it pulls him in close to me, which I didn't want. So I try and gain some more distance. Now I'm just dodging to try and get out of there because I know he's spamming his basic attacks to try and catch me and gain priority. And he does right there. And then that move right there. So Kirishima has a phase in his basic attacks. If he's not close enough, you can actually dodge and get out of it. So I was so fortunate right here because he's doing his basic attacks that he was far enough away. And I'm just mashing the dodge button that I was able to dodge and get out of the way there. And then I was able to gain some distance. Now this is the patient part, right? This is the patient part. So most people would start basic attacking right here like crazy. I didn't want to do that because Kirishima can easily do a skill or can easily gain priority back by basic attacking me because he's quicker and he has more health. I was very little health, so I wanted to just, again, just gain some distance. And look how quickly, there was a little lag here, but look how quickly he closed the distance, right? He closed the distance very, very fast. And so I just wanted to gain the distance. I wanted to back up. He went ahead and he countered. I went ahead and did this anticipating he was going to try and just chase me down. Luckily, my anticipation was right because his counter forced him to go forward. But it was just the right amount of distance. Just the right amount of distance to be able to catch him. And then I went straight into my W. So I could have did my basic attack here, but I was afraid it wasn't going to reach. So luckily I had my W back online. I was looking at my skills. I see my W is about to cool down. I did my W. And then he had his instant vanish still. But I knew his instant vanish made him go too far. So I have the reach here. He doesn't. And so I go into basic attacks. I catch him. And then it's a wrap right there. It's a wrap right there. So I know this was a long. I'm not even sure if you guys stayed through it, and I don't know if it was even helpful, but I hope this match was a perfect showcase to be able to show patience, to be able to show matchup knowledge, and then to be able to show, the priority, how important gaining priority is in PvP. So I hope this helped a little bit. I hope the breakdown of the video helped. Let me know if you like this style, or if you want me to just like post commentary some of my PvP matches. But nonetheless, this is what you guys want to try and work on when you're playing PvP. Also, knowing the combos of the characters that you're using. If you can get your combos down and maximize the amount of damage that you're doing, that's super important as well. So knowing the combos of your characters. But anyways, I know this video was really long already. I do apologize. Once again, hopefully it was helpful. Let me know in the comments down below anything that I can improve on when it comes to this, because I want you guys to always get better at PvP, and including myself, always trying to improve. So anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. Remember to stand out, be different, have fun, go further beyond in everything that you do. And until next time, my boys, until next time, it's your homie Cody GT, and I'm out. Bye, guys.